Hello, my friends. Well, I was asked several times to speak a little bit about students, to explain you how students could immigrate to Canada via education here. What should be done? How students should approach it. Okay. Of course, this is the very basic video, but just to give you an idea how to do it, like step by step. So usually if you're coming to study to Canada, you got several options. And I would probably split these options into two groups. Group number one, you're coming for short-term studies. Anything less than 6 months. So say you're coming for language courses, you're coming for very short business courses, you're coming for any kind of vocational courses, on-the-job training, etc. Or you're coming for long-term courses. So short-term ones, that's the courses which virtually give you nothing, like absolutely nothing. You could forget about this group, right? If you were coming to Canada to study, say, 7 weeks of English or French, that's totally okay, but those courses give you absolutely no points, they give you absolutely no rights, so just skip those. Another group is long-term courses. PhD, college, master's degrees, etc., etc., etc. Anything above 1 year, right? I would say anything above 6 months, but altogether 6 months, it just comes to 1 year. So 2 semesters at a college, 4 semesters at a college, master's degree, bachelor's, PhD, etc. In case of you're coming for serious studies, usually you would be looking at successful graduation, and eventually at the end of that you are looking to get your work permit, provided that you were studied at a designated learning institution, means your college or your university is in the list of approved by Canadian government to receive work permit. Afterwards you would be granted that work permit. Now, depending on the length of your study, work permit could be granted for 1 year or for 3 years, right? If you were studied for 1 year, you're expecting to get 1 year work permit in Canada. If you were studying for 2 years or more, you could expect to get 3 years of work permit. Exceptions apply, situations could be different, but I'm just giving you basic information here. Now, your job is to make sure that you have worked full-time in a skilled occupation, National Occupation Classification 0A or B, at least for 1 year. 1 year, full-time, any type of job. It doesn't matter that you were studying, say, as a biologist or as a doctor, and eventually you ended up being back office manager. Doesn't matter, right? As long as it's National Occupation Classification 0A or B, you're on a safe side. As long as it's full-time, you're on a safe side as well. So you would have to have that 1 year of skilled work experience, and you could apply for immigration under Canadian Experience class. Okay, there are lots of other opportunities around every study program. If you were studying in Manitoba, there is Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program. You were studying in Nova Scotia, usually there is that pilot program where you would be able to employ yourself in your own business and apply for immigration. You were studying in Ontario, you graduated from master's program, you could apply for immigration. You got your employer supporting you in British Columbia, and you got that full-time job offer, you could apply for immigration as well. But those are provincial programs. Please, for God's sake, do not forget that provincial programs, they are not as stable as federal ones. They could change any day like that, right? So you were studying, you were hoping to apply for that program, and suddenly things got sour. The province says, you know what, guys, oil prices went down, our province is not in the best shape right now, so we are canceling the program, or we are putting it on hold. Make sure that you are focusing more on that federal program. So graduated, got your work permit, worked for 1 year, applied for Canadian Experience class. In 90% of cases, it would give you a solid foundation for immigration. If you got questions and you want to discuss your particulars, your situation, mostly welcome to ask questions. I do not necessarily promise that I would work on every single email, or I would just be able to comment on your individual case, but at the end of the day, many of you know we are working on immigration course right now. So if you're looking to apply, if you're looking to prepare your application properly, this course might be for you. Stay tuned with us, and if you got questions, feel free to ask.